Yesterday, the oil market was trading mainly sideways amid fears about waning global demand for crude oil. However, in the late trading day, traders took notice of revised forecasts from the International Monetary Fund and geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. As a result, oil prices regained footing. In late trade yesterday, Brent rebounded to $64.50 a barrel, since early morning oil is trading higher at near $64, which is a one-week high. Positive market sentiment and technical charts suggest a further rally. Analysts expect the Brent price to overcome the level of $65. Yesterday, the IMF presented a revised forecast of global economic growth, which was cut to 3.2% for 2019 and 3.5% for 2020, instead of 3.3% and 3.6% respectively in the previous forecast. Besides, experts upgraded the forecast for an average Brent price to $65.52 for 2019 and to $63.88 for the next year. Escalating tensions in the Gulf is a result of the conflict between the United States and Iran poses a threat of disruptions in oil supplies from the Middle East. This provides oil prices with a support, since Monday oil prices gained 2.3% on the back of incidents in the Gulf. In its weekly update, the American Petroleum Institute reported a huge contraction of almost 11 million barrels in United States oil inventories last week. The oil stocks have been falling for 6 straight weeks. This dynamic corresponds to a seasonal increase in petrol demand, thus improving sentiment among oil traders. The US government's official figures are due later today. Back to Forex. Meanwhile, traders are still buying the US dollar, shifting focus away from most currencies, including the commodity ones. Currencies of emerging markets are losing ground. The Russian ruble is no exception. Importantly, the ruble weakened to a lesser degree in this group, receiving support from a tax-filling period in Russia and the expectations of a rate cut by the Bank of Russia this Friday. Today, the dollar-ruble paced trying to settle at the level slightly above 63. In the early trade on the Moscow exchange, the pair slipped to 63.09. Follow developments in global financial markets on InstaForex TV channel. Stay tuned with us.